Okay.
Yes. Your Holiness, as I said, you are very, very welcome to Sweden. Now, this is your 10th visit to our country. This is your 10th visit to our country. Now, when you travel, when you travel like this, do you travel mainly as a head of state, drawing attention to the cause of Tibet, or do you travel as a spiritual leader?
I myself always consider just a simple Buddhist monk.
So you're
However, simple Buddhist monk received a lot of invitation. Then it is quite silly, decline to accept invitation. So when invitation there, then if the time suitable for me, then I always say go there. Of course, with free ticket. Otherwise, and then whenever I go, meet people, I simply consider I'm one of them. We are same human being. The religious sort of, also they believe, and as you mentioned, there's some sort of, some leaders of some sort of nation. These are secondary, not important. And also meeting with sort of leaders. To me, you see no differences, whether leader or spiritual leader or political leader or ordinary people or beggar on the street. For me, same. And so long, the people, the other one, showing genuine human sort of feeling, I always feel happy. Even leader, a little bit reserved, then I feel boring. But then you see, sometimes you see, you have little boring, then time seems to go very slowly. I think you also have the same sort of experience, I think, everybody.
But then again, you must be very used to people getting nervous when they meet you, because you are the Dalai Lama. I mean, I was nervous before I met you.
I think most cases, they also came as another human brother, sisters. Yeah. So, not much that kind of thing. Then some people, yes, at the beginning, a little bit nervous. Then after a few minutes, then go, a very easy way, no problem. But some sort of Chinese spiritual leaders, spiritual masters, as well as the Japanese, but sometimes they are quite reserved. And also some Indians or some spiritual leaders, they not only use one single human word, remember like that, like a statue. I think, one experience, I like that story. One occasion in Delhi, some sort of conference for peace or something like that. So many religious leaders there. One high sort of the Indian Hindu Lama, they call Shankaracharya. So you see, the arrangement is such a very high sort of seat. But that seat is still not sort of high enough. So you see, what call this one? No, the leg. Under the leg, some bricks put there. So, and that holy Lama, holy sort of spiritual leader, no single word, simply remain like that. So I'm just beside him. So my mind sometimes a little sort of little kasada.
Agitated.
What's what to say?
Skeptical.
No, not skeptical. What? Suppose translator. Suppose to say, suppose helping me, but give me wrong word. So something like, I think, little sort of
Mischievous.
Oh, mischievous maybe.
Yes.
So I felt, oh, that brick, if fell, then the holy person have to act as a human being. That kind of feeling. So in any way, you see, it much depends on your own sort of attitude towards them. At the beginning, a little bit reserved. As I mentioned earlier, some of Japanese Lama, these things. First meeting, second meeting, then they also become just like ordinary human being.
Yeah.
We easily used to talk like that. So, formality. I don't like formality. Formality, another kind of barrier. What use? After all, we are same human being, same feeling, same experience, same desire, same right. That's my view. Oh yes, I must say, I must tell you, in early 50s, 54, I went to Peking, and first time meeting with like Chairman Mao Zedong and Zhong Enlai, Tu De, and so on, these leaders. The first time, and also the Chinese style, so they are very much sort of love more ceremonial way, formal, official way. So that time, I also feel much nervous how to handle like that. Then also 56 came to India. Although the free country, no sort of atmosphere of fear, nothing, very open. But more ceremonial way, then some occasion, I a little bit sort of nervous. I think I want to tell you one thing. The Indian sort of, let's say, the form of welcoming you. Certain things, you see, put here, I think you know, many of you know, something is put here. And then also one occasion, the person also, you see, some, I don't know, some liquid with sort of good smell. You see, put here. I thought maybe because of the
Leaking.
maybe then I do that. They say no. That also sign of a little bit nervous, isn't it? Yes.
But you seem to be so spontaneous, and you seem to enjoy life very, very much. Now, if you say that you're just a simple Buddhist monk, how truthful is that really? Because, I mean, would you even survive in a Buddhist monastery today? Would you survive on drinking yak milk and having to follow other people's directions?
그러자.
계세지 남바랑기 차바랑기 대단한 진의 대비나 대선 드린 투주들라 미제 케토로 했어.
No. You know, Buddhist monk, our sort of precept in daily, we have to keep 253 precepts. So once you get used, then not difficulties. Then also you see Buddha, so when he made these sort of the rules, always there's a sort of exceptional case. Everything depends on the circumstances. So for example, Buddhist monk, after lunch or lunch must start before noon, must start. In Thailand, Burma, still, you see, very much sort of practicing that. Then after that, no meal. But then those individual monk who medically need meal afternoon, exception. So Buddha made certain sort of rules. You should not do that. Then under different circumstances, he said, you must do that. Okay. Like that. Very flexible, according to the reality. So my own case, no dinner, but afternoon, if I feel very hungry, then with salutation to Buddha, few biscuits. So everything according to the circumstances.
Okay. So being
I think it's a Buddha sort of rule for monk. I think a very realistic rule. Very, very realistic. Right? Very realistic, like that. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So being a Buddhist monk, you have to have a very high level
and
of presence.
Then, for example, I think outwardly, Dalai Lama sit in a sort of little bigger house and some certain sort of articles there. But my personally, as a monk, even just one extra cloth, lower garment, I must keep with this sort of attention. With the mind. This not belongs to me, but belongs to my abode. Mm-hmm. So mentally, all the possession, monk, only 13 articles. That you can feel this is mine. The extra sort of clothes. Of course, I need extra sort of clothes. But all this mentally not belongs to me, but belongs to other. So like that. Mm-hmm. So, of course, the motivation is very sincere. So otherwise, it looks like little hypocrisy. Mm-hmm. Although you keep extra clothes, but say this belongs to other. Mm-hmm. If someone come carry that, then I may say, oh, this is mine, this is mine. 말해, 코야 여제, 하고 여제, 캐보는 거야 여러분. 레디 뮤직 내나? 감사합니다.
Now, we shall talk about the concept of happiness in a while, but I first just have to ask you, you have mentioned pretty recently that you are planning to retire.
Yes.
Now, what are you retiring from? Are you retiring from being the political leader or the spiritual leader?
I already decided. I already announced. Last winter, there's some occasion. Of course, last 10 years, I mentioned, since 2001, we already achieved elected political leadership. So since then, my position is a semi-retired position. Then 10 years passed. Every 5 years, election is going on. Then, according to our charter, the person, only 2 terms, not 3rd term. So now, new person now coming. So recent sort of election among refugee community, very, very active, very good, very enthusiastic, and also sense of competition, also quite good.